Well, very interesting. What an interesting collection. A man who was successful at his craft, and great escapism. People love going to fights. I used to go to a lot of fights, but escapism. There's also reality, and the reality is that even when you go to the fights, or you want to go on holiday, you want to go to work, or you want to go anywhere, fuel has got to be used, and the net result is that the price of fuel has gone up so high, and it's getting worse, and it's going to get worse next year. During this period, a lot of oil wells are closed, and of course the price of fuel will automatically go up. Now that is fact. Of course, the depreciating dollar and pound against that will of course push it up, and these are facts. Now you can help yourself a lot by using a fuel cell. To give you an example on emissions, which is a good test of how much fuel is being wasted. Normally on a diesel engine, you're wasting a lot of fuel, large percentage of the fuel, by blowing it out the back of the exhaust. By putting a fuel cell on, give you an example. On this particular Mercedes-Benz engine, we put it on. It was using, it had emissions of 1.75. Straight after putting the fuel cell on, those emissions dropped to 0.8, and then over the week it even dropped lower. That's better than 50%, nearer 60% on emissions, and that means that instead of wasting the stuff, you're actually burning the stuff, and that means instead of depressing your accelerator by 2 inches, you're only pressing it by 1 inch to do the same job. That's savings in fuel. Also, maintenance. The engine is running cooler, and there's very good reasons for that, which I don't have time to go into here. When we send you the information on the site, you can see that. And of course, it doesn't build particulates upon the engine and coats the valves, etc., because you're burning the stuff instead of throwing it out. So yes, there's huge savings to be made by putting fuel cells in. It's a message I can't get out any other way. The newspapers pretend not to be interested, but it's almost like a conspiracy of silence. And remember, we're not actually putting a lot of hydrogen in the car. The fuel is on demand from water. So the fuel source is water, which we keep in one of those containers, and the electrolysis that occurs separates the molecules into this gas, which can run your engine on. So there's no more than a sort of a egg cup full of this fuel in the vehicle at any one stage. So please look at this as an alternative. Nobody's talking about it. There it is there. info@tfuelcell.com. Contact us there. Thank you very much for listening.